Hello everybody, time for another Spirit Island tier list. This one I'm actually pretty pumped for. Okay, so this is for the Blight cards. Obviously they're all the same on this side, so we'll just be flipping over the other side. So this one's going to be a little bit different. The other ones I've rated depending on how fun they're to play, blah, blah, blah. This one is rated from S would be the strongest and F would be the weakest, or slash worst for the players. So let's do it. Okay, still healthy island. Immediately, each player adds one blight from this card to an adjacent land. So this is actually a funny one to start with because this is when you flip normally be blighted. Now it's still healthy. Often I actually don't like the still healthy ones, but this one's really not too bad. And there's certain adversaries it's super helpful against, and it really just gives you more time. So I'd say this one's really good. Honestly, this one might even be S. I think this one might start in S. We'll make some adjustments at the end if we need to. Next, we have Burn Brightest before the end. Each player adds one presence to one of their lands with presence, or moves one presence. 2 fear or 2 blight per player. Let's start this in A. We'll start that in A. Move it if we need to. Okay, unintended land crumbles. Untended land crumbles, that's funny. Each invader phase, this is 4 per player. Each invader phase, add 1 blight to a land adjacent to blight. I would say I don't like this one. I'd say this one probably C. Gives you a lot of blight, which is great, but when you have to do something each invader phase, I often feel like that'll get you in a lot of trouble. With some adversaries, you flip the card somewhat soon. Those can just kill you. Alright, we got this one. Aid from Lesser Spirits. Immediately draw 1 minor power per player plus 1 more. Give 1 to each spirit. They may use each turn. Don't count as card plays or cost energy. Discard the rest. Alright, 2 per player. I would say this one probably is A as well. That can be immensely helpful. Getting you the symbols you need, and obviously the effect can be somewhat helpful as well, or the elements you need. Blighted Island. Memory fades to dust. At the start of each invader phase, each spirit forgets 1 power or destroys one of their presence. Oof. I feel like this one is real rough as well, in my opinion. It doesn't lose you the game immediately, though, so I'd just say C. Okay, Erosion of Will. Immediately 2 fear per player. Each spirit destroys 1 of their presence and loses 1 energy. 3 blight per player. I think this one might belong in B tier, because it does something good for you, but also hurts you. And if you don't have energy, it doesn't hurt you quite as much. And it's a one-time effect, which I appreciate. So, I think that makes sense. Okay, so there's another still healthy. Thriving Crops. Immediately on each board, build in 3 lands. And build actions land without invaders. Normally build a town. So, I would rather just flip a blight card than get this. I don't want this. This is really bad against England, / most of the spirits do really well if they can limit people's growth or what they can do. And this literally just does the opposite of that. So I don't think I can put it all the way in F, but I think this belongs in C. Alright, what do we got next? Slow Disillusion of Will. Yeah, okay, this one's actually pretty cool because you get to pick the symbol and then replace your presence with it. So at least this one does something kind of good for you. Let's put that in B, I think. Okay, what do we got next? Intensifying Exploration. Ongoing, starting next turn. During Ravage action, invaders do +2 damage per land. This one is tough because there's just nothing you can really get around at that point. You need to even defend against explorers or get rid of the explorers. Let's put this one in C as well. Promising farmlands. Immediately on each board, add 1 town and 1 city to an inland land with no towns or cities. I would actually say this one's pretty good. I would say this one's A, because you get 4 Blight, and all it does is add some stuff to a land that has nothing already, so it's not going to lose you the game against England, and you have 4 Blight per player, so that gives you a long time to catch up, and it doesn't continually hurt you. Alright. Power corrodes the spirit. Okay, oh yeah, this one I hate. You just essentially have to destroy your spirit or your presence all the time. This one's gonna go with C as well. The reason I'm not putting any of these in F is because they've actually removed, or at least so far, is they have banned 3 or so of the Blight cards, and those ones, many of which were just horrible. So, not dealing with that quite right now. Alright, downward spiral. At the start of each invader phase, each spirit destroys 1 presence. It gives you 5. I think this one would belong in C as well. Alright. Let's see what we got here. All things weaken. Everybody has less health when essentially this just makes the game way crazier. I would put this one in F. This one essentially just makes the game so much harder, and if you ever get events that target Dahan, all your Dahan are just gonna die due to poison or whatever else. Okay. Back against the wall. Every spirit phase, each spirit gets +1 energy and +1 card play. I love this one. So cool. It can make it so that you just transition the way that you play really, really quickly. And get in that good old reclaim loop, which some people hate, but sometimes it's really solid. Unnatural proliferation. Immediately, each spirit adds 1 presence to one of their lands with presence, adds 1 on each board, add 1 Dahan to land with Dahan, and 2 cities to land with the fewest towns or cities. I love the proliferation effect. I would say that this one is S tier as well. Because this isn't going to lose you the game against England, but you get to build, you get to get some more Dahan, and it's a one-time effect, so it's not going to keep hurting you. Okay, disintegrating ecosystem. Immediately on each board, destroy 1 beast, then add 1 Blight to land with town or cities. Yeah, so the problem with this one wouldn't be too bad, and there wouldn't really be any issues with it, except for the fact that often the lands with towns or cities, if you're ahead in the game, which I guess you're flipping the Blight card, so maybe you're not, the lands with towns or cities probably have Blight because you let them go in the past. So now you're adding Blight to a land that already has Blight, so now it cascades, which can maybe kill your presence, blah, 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 depending on where you have to add it because of this. So I would say this one is C. I think that's reasonable. Okay. This one I think belongs in B because it doesn't hurt you too horribly. And it can only hurt you up to a point. Once you get down to 4 presence, it's not going to lose you the game, whereas some of these other ones will. Okay. Thriving communities. Immediately on each board in 4 different lands with Explorer's Town, replace 1 town with a city or replace an Explorer with a town. I would probably say this one belongs in B as well. They get to build a lot, or they get to do a bunch of stuff quickly, but you get to pick where it is. Actually, no, what? I'm wrong. This one's C tier. Too scary. Okay. Another still healthy. Invaders find the land to their liking. Immediately, essentially you add fear to the fear pool. Whew. I would just rather flip. Probably. I'm going to put this in C tier. I would normally rather just flip the Blight card than add fear to the fear pool. Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. Yep. Okay. Upon land, immediately on each board, destroy one presence and remove one town. This one I think we're gonna put in B tier because it hurts you a little bit, but you get to destroy it, or you get to remove a town. Sorry, so that helps you stop them maybe from ravaging, or building a city at least. Okay. The border of life and death. Now and each invader phase until this card is replaced. Each spirit with at least 2 presence on the island destroys 1 presence and may discard a power card to gain 1 energy. This is only 1 per player, which is crazy. Oh, I hate this card. Hate it, hate it, hate it. This is like literally the only one of these that I actively just try to get rid of as soon as I get it. I say this one belongs in F. So we got 2 more. Blight corrodes the island. Each invader phase on each board destroy 1 presence and add 1 blight. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's so bad. Okay, that one is F as well. That's horrible. Because it's 4 per player, it does something horrible to you. 2 things horrible. Oh no, it's destroy a presence in a land with blight. Okay, that's not as bad. Let's put that in B tier. Sorry for my poor reading skills. And then Shattered Fragments of Power. Immediately draw 1 major power per spirit plus 2 more. Each spirit takes 1 and gains 2 energy. 2 blight per player. I love this. Essentially, if you're playing a 2-player game, you'd get 4 major powers. I get to take 1, and my teammate gets to take 1. We get 2 energy, so there's a good chance we can play it. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm struggling with... I'm going to put this... You also don't have to forget, which is huge. I think we're going to put this in S. I think that's right. So that's my tier list, everybody. Hope it's helpful. It's funny that most of the still healthy ones are bad, except for the one that's really good. So, yeah, there we go. Thanks, everybody.